Hello everyone, I'm Isla Short. I'm a professional mountain biker from Scotland and I'm also an ambassador for Endo south of Scotland. And I want to tell you a little bit about my story with endometriosis. I was diagnosed when I was 24 and I didn't actually have any symptoms until this time. As a professional cyclist who had a number of years with underfueling, I didn't have a regular cycle until I was 21 or 22. So this meant that the endometriosis in my body wasn't able to develop. And by the time I'd had a regular cycle for 2 years, this had given the endo cells time to kind of migrate and proliferate. And basically at the end of 2020, I started getting this new abnormal pain in my diaphragm. And over the next 4 months of my cycle, it increased exponentially to the point where the pain was unbearable. I can't articulate it. And we immediately started looking into it. I'm very, very privileged to have private healthcare through British Cycling and Scottish Cycling. So my journey from symptoms to diagnosis is much, much quicker than is normal. I'm very aware of that. So 4 months after my symptoms started, I was put on the contraceptive pill to stop my cycle, and this immediately minimized the pain. So things became quite obvious. And in September 2021, 9 months after symptoms started, I was given a laparoscopy and was diagnosed with diaphragmatic endometriosis, which is not super ideal as an endurance athlete, but I managed the pain really well most of the time. And I think the biggest reason that I wanted to become involved with Endo SoS is because I'm really, really aware that my story is the best you can get with this condition. And there's so many women within the endometriosis community who are suffering so much that they don't have the energy or the capacity to fight the fight. And I do have that, and I think that's something that I feel I really want to give back to the community, especially because it's a group of women who have given me so much over the past 6 months. For a couple of years after I was diagnosed, I found it quite hard to accept the condition into my life. I think especially as a professional athlete, you are led into this false sense of being quite invincible. We lead these very healthy lifestyles, and to then be diagnosed quite suddenly with a chronic condition was really hard for me. And it took me 2 years to kind of seek out the support from other endo sufferers. And when I finally entered that world, I realized what I'd been missing, and I realized how important that would have been for me to have from the beginning of my journey. So I think that's also a big reason why I want to raise awareness, is because you can never underestimate the power of finding people like you. And that's what the community's given me, and that's what I would like to give back. So I'm really excited to be part of Endo SoS, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what changes we can make over the next wee while.